Welcome back, traders. Today's video, we're going to be talking about EURUSD. We're going to be picking up from where we left off. We're going to be talking about all the opportunities that I have spotted so far. So naturally, if this is something that you're super interested in, just know it's going to be a regular feature. So just make sure that you hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification, and drop us a like. And if you want a rough idea as to all the other asset classes that we may be talking about on this channel, take a quick look in the description box. I list down all the assets that I'll be talking about. Okay, sometimes you may rejig them a little just to see if you find ones that resonate more with you guys watching. But for the meantime, the list that I have there is the list that we're going to be working off for the foreseeable future. So with that said and done, we're just going to get straight into the analysis for the day. Now, the last video that I did on EURUSD, we did more of a top-down analysis where we basically, what we did was we started from the monthly and we worked our way back to roughly the day or the 4 hours, give or take, right? Today, however, we're going to be starting off on the day, and then we're possibly going to go even lower, say down to the hour, right? Now, just as a general recap of last week's video, because we're not going to spend too much time on this, right? I'm going to explain to you exactly what I have on the chart so you have a rough idea what you're looking at, okay? So we're going to go into the month right now, okay? And as you can see, we have the red trend line at the bottom, and then we have the blue trend line at the top. Okay, and this is more or less a squeeze as to what's happening in the market right now. So market is kind of squeezing, and we do have a peak to the upside. Sorry, I'm going to cover that in a little bit more details very soon, right? Then I also pointed out areas of major importance for us, right, in terms of looking for potential big moves in the market. Okay, so for that we've got these two areas over here, and that is this swing low down here, and this is the price point, right? And then we have this swing high up here, okay, and this is the price point. For me, these two levels, so this level right here and this level right here, are the most important levels in terms of what's going on in the market right now. Either a close above or a rejection from these levels will give me a really good idea as to what side of the coin I need to be on, or for lack of a better word, what position I need to be taken for a really good, decent amount of profit. So this is going to be say the best calculated risk trade I could possibly take based on the fact that I'm waiting for key events to unfold or not unfold, and depending on how that's done, I would know what to do and how to do it. Okay, also down here we look at the volume profile. Now the volume profile itself, I have taken it from this high over here this way, right? So this is the data that is symbolized right here, okay, that move from here all the way down to the right, okay, and everything that precedes that I haven't noted down. So bearing in mind there is going to be data, but it's just that you're not seeing it based on where the volume profile derives from. Okay, now also as well, you're going to notice these two green lines right here. Okay, now this symbolizes the zone of the high value area of market. This is where market is most busy, where most action is taking place in the market, is in between these two levels up here. Okay, so now that we've gotten that out of the way, I'm briefly going to explain to you why these little areas are highlighted. So this represents low value node areas, right? Low value node areas. There's another low value node area, and this is another low value node area. And as you can see, we have another one down here as well, and we have another one down here as well. Okay, price making its way down from where it is down to around this level over here, okay, would be one of the easiest trades to the upside that I think we can take, provided it doesn't reject off this low value node area. So that's this area right here. Okay, that is the bottom of the low value the bottom of the high value zone. So with that, said and done, we're now going to go into the days, because there's going to be a lot I'm going to be talking about, and what I'm trying to do is just make sure that if you're new to just seeing this for the first time, at least you're going to be able to follow along quite easily, right? So one of the things that I pointed out in last week's video was this resistance level right here being taken out. So that's this resistance level right here. It got taken out and price was up here. So we covered this, but we didn't cover the fact that price had now come back into the low value node area and is on its way up to the upside of the upside of another low value node area. Okay, so it's hovering around these levels at the moment, and I gave my my concept as to what I would do if certain conditions were met. So for example, the first thing that I mentioned is, first off, I want to see a close above this level to consider a serious buy in the market, and I want to see a close below this level for a serious sell in the market, right? Now, if you look at the positions where they are, right, up here basically symbolizes the fact that price is going to continue pushing upwards, and point of control, which is this level right here, right, would have shifted slightly, right? Especially if price continues to push upwards, that would shift, right? However, at the same time, a price rejection below this level over here sits in line with the top side of the high value area, which is this area right here. Okay, right? So a rejection from there symbolizes that it's a very, very, very strong indicator. Okay, and not only that, increases the probability that price is going to fly all the way down to the low, to the bottom side of the high value area. So that will be this area right here, where we have another low value node, right? So now that we've gotten these two out of the way, let's get to where we are now. So as we can see, price is indeed looking like it wants to go up. It looks like he wants to go up. It's so I'm looking at it in that kind of way, that he wants to go up. And if you can see, we can see here that price has kind of moved away from the low value node area and is pushing up. We have we have quite a large bullish candle, which is this one right here, okay, and it's pushing upwards. So in my mind, this is what I think. I think price is taking off from this location and it's going to head here. It's going to head here at the bare minimum. Okay, now there is a decent amount of pips in there for you to trade it, right? But like I said, the serious trades will be done at this level down here, which is selling, or at this level up here, which is going to be buying, right? But the buying at this side is not going to be anywhere near as serious as the selling at this level, because I have a lot more confidence at this level than I do at this level. And the reason for that is I want this level over here to be taken out. This level, if this level is taken out, then I'm fairly super confident that I'll be getting the kind of move that I'm after, a massive push to the upside, and obviously naturally I'm going to jump on that and ride that all the way up. Okay, so that is the plan so far. So now we're going to go into the 1 hour. Okay, we're going to go into the 1 hour. Let me see how much of that I can fit in here. Actually, you know what? I think we're better off sticking on the day. We'll come back to the hour later. Okay. So now that we've gotten all this stuff down, let me point out a couple of situations that could help reinforce the idea as to what's happening here, as well as the concept of I might get an opportunity to sell from down here. Okay. So let's have a look to see what we can see. So as it stands right now, I can see another channel forming based on what market is doing right now. Okay, so this is the channel right here, right? So this is going to be an ascending wedge that we're looking at right here. An ascending wedge. This is what we have right here. So this is the ascending wedge, right? Now, if price starts to break down from this ascending wedge, you could take sales from under here, or you could do what I plan to do, which is take sales from under here, right? But bottom line is this ascending wedge that we have is kind of supporting the idea, right, supporting it slightly, that price may reject at this level and push downwards, right? So that is what it's looking like right now, even though it has closed above the trend line, which we kind of laid out on the monthly. So what I'm thinking to do, or what I think is most likely going to play out in the coming days or weeks, give or take, is that price is going to play around in this zone right here. Okay, so this is where most action is going to be taking place in these coming days, for the foreseeable future. This is what I can see anyway. Price is going to be playing around in this zone. It's going to leave from where it is here, which is what it's done now, and it's possibly going to head up here and might return back down again. At some point, it will give us some type of structure, either a falling wedge or a rising wedge or an ascending wedge. Either way, it's going to give us something. And then with that, depending on how this particular structure is interacting with these low value node areas, this will help us decide if we need to be downward facing or upward facing, in my opinion. So the levels that I put on here last week still stand. I'm not going to change a single one of them, not yet anyways. We're going to keep it all the same. And as it stands, looking at what I am seeing right now, so if I go to the hour, looking at what I'm seeing right now, okay, especially when I jump onto the hour, if today at any point today price closes above this mini resistance level, I'll be taking a sell with my stop down here, and I would have entered somewhere up here. Okay, that will be the trade that I would do today if these conditions are met. Okay, right? If price then takes out this level, I'm happy to keep my TP set in this zone over here, and I will enjoy the ride to the upside, right? At the same time, we have a really small range in this area right now. So we have a tiny little range in this area right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a little, I'm just going to put levels on that, show that to you guys real quick. So we have a mini range in this area right now. So this is where price is right now as we speak. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a fixed volume profile, right? So we're going to do the profile from here, and we're going to bring it down to where price is right now. Okay, and what we can see is, like I said, a close above these levels over here. So not a wick through, a proper close. I'll be taking buys from above this level. We can see we have low value nodes in this area, so a close below that level, I'll be looking for sales down to this low value node area, and a close below this, I'll be thinking about taking sales, even though we're in a massive low value area. So that will be my strategy, how I would kind of navigate the whole situation, right? If you found the content useful, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification, and drop us a like, and I'll see you all on the next one.